Halloween ends. More like Halloween, you should end your career because this was garbage. This was trash. I'm very disappointed in you. I don't know who thought this was a good idea. I think Jamie Lee Curtis brought in an expired batch of Activia yogurt and they all were just tripping balls while they wrote this movie and made it. It was really bad. And there's not much you can say. It's pretty much general consensus that it's bad. I mean, it's a weird, trashy love story for 75-80% of the film. Uh, I would. Why do you make the third movie in a trilogy and the ending of a franchise introduce a brand new character that no one knows, no one cares for? Like it would I guess made more sense if he was in Halloween 2018 or Kills at the very least, but I feel like having just a random new guy in the final series here just left me like,
yo, Flirt, shaking, yo, Babble was shaking, yo, T was good, bro, huh? It was pop, yo, who the fuck is this nigga?
I don't know. I it was just bad, dude. Like Laurie Strode in Halloween 2018, it sets up so she spent 40 years after the events of the first movie, paranoid, shacked up, waiting for Michael to maybe, perhaps, get out of the mental asylum. So she spends 40 years, like, just put that in perspective, 40 years of fear when 40 years ago your friends got killed and you escaped. So you spend the next 40 years in fear, plotting, waiting for the chance that he might get out because you think he might get out. Now he kills your daughter, your own daughter, and it takes you 4 years to just be like, okay, I mean, I have no closure. He didn't like get arrested. He didn't go back to a asylum or anything. And now you're just living your normal life. Like, that just, wouldn't you be more paranoid? Like, he just up and vanished. He didn't get caught. You have no closure. Your daughter just got killed. And in 4 years, you're living just your normal, you're living your best life, buying roses and looking at cherry blossoms. Like, it just didn't make sense. I mean, it started off strong. I liked the little kid getting kicked off the balcony. I thought that was cool. I was like, this is going to be kind of like Kills, where it's just some crazy, over-the-top, brutal shit. I mean, they had some crazy, brutal kills, I guess, but spoiler alert. I mean, I don't know if you're really watching this, if you haven't already seen the movie. It's been out for like 10 days now, so I mean, anyone interested in it probably has already seen it, but spoiler alert just in case. Michael goes from Halloween Kills, where he's evil incarnate, the embodiment of evil. You know, he gets jumped by like a mob of citizens and kills them all one by one with like half a hand. And you go from that to brittle bones living in the sewers. I guess over the past 4 years, the arthritis really kicked in on Michael on this one. I don't know what they were thinking. Why are there toxic band members? Why does this Corey dude have a run-in with like some toxic band geeks like every other day, and they beat the shit out of him pretty much? They throw him off a bridge, like he can't fight back or anything, and then he goes into the sewer and just fucking straight bodies Michael for his mask and his lunch money. Like, I don't it's just weird to me. Like, the characters were written weird. They didn't seem realistic. They didn't, like, Allison falls in love at first glance. Her ex, the cop, I guess, is mad that she's seeing the creepy dude, so he's like going out of his way to like stalk him and follow him to like abandoned areas. Like, what police officer is doing that? No character made sense. No character was written in a good way. This isn't really necessarily just a Halloween thing, I've noticed it on like a lot of horror movies. But was anyone attached to any character that died? I feel like movies these days just make all the characters that are going to get killed pretty shitty people that you don't really care, so you root for them to get killed anyway. I don't know. I miss like days where like Candyman, the original Candyman, like Helen was a good character, and she has a tragic ending. Like that adds to the horror, I think. But I get again, not a gripe necessarily on Halloween. I mean, it was shit, but I feel like a lot of movies are doing that. But that still, like, no one, what, you killed a shitbag cop, killed a shitbag doctor, a slutty nurse, and some toxic band geeks who were criminals. Dude, what's with the band geeks? I don't get it. The trailer was misleading. I actually got into like an argument on my friend's Twitch stream because they were like, "Oh, you must not be a fan of Michael Myers if you hated this movie. You're just a salty asshole." And he turns out he didn't even watch the movie, so I'm like, it's pretty dumb to try and debate on something you don't know what you're talking about. And then he's basically, I'm in the wrong because I don't have a college degree. He has a college degree, so he can argue on things that he has no idea what he's talking about. So I mean, if you see this ever, I haven't seen you since, so I'm guessing you saw the movie and you're too ashamed to show your face again. But fuck you. I hope the movie was the worst movie experience you've had. Okay. But yeah, like, how do you go from Kills to this? A lot of people didn't like Kills. I mean, granted, the story was cheesy, it was bad, but Michael Myers gets his highest kill count in any of the films in the franchise, so I think that, for me, gave it extra points. They were brutal. It was tons of just getting fucked up, tons of blood, and I feel like nowadays that's what you watch a slasher movie for. It's not really for much other than like the kills, the content of the kills and the creativity and stuff like that. So he goes from just like an unbeatable killing machine and ends to just a fucking bitch. They made man's a bitch in the final series. And then how you make him a bitch and then be like, oh, it's the final fight? Shouldn't the final fight be kind of like give it your all, like your last bit? Like, I don't know. It just defeated, like, in my opinion, I think Laurie should have died as well, but I mean, I guess. Sorry if you can hear my dogs are annoying. Always whining. What I was saying. I think if you would have like came back one last time and pulled Laurie in, that would have been like a redeeming quality of the movie, but they didn't do that. It's just bad, dude. They gave all the good kills to a copycat killer that no one knew prior to this film, and Michael himself gets like 1 kill on his own, 2 kills that he just finishes someone off. It's just bad, dude. How do you bring a horror icon to such shit level? And I see like the only defense I've seen for this movie is they tried something new. Respect them for trying something new. Why would you try something new in the final series? Like Halloween Season of the Witch, that worked because Halloween 1 and 2 had kind of like, at the time it had like, you could assume that was the ending, you know? So 3, it's his own thing. It had nothing to do with Michael. It didn't tie to Michael. So that's okay to try a new thing. You don't try a new thing on the 3rd one, which is the ending of Michael's story, and then throw him in a fucking sewer for 75% of the movie. That just, I don't buy into that argument. Try something new all you want, but not in this way. It was poorly done, poorly written. Don't even waste your money. It's not worth like buying a movie ticket. I guess if you have like a subscription to Peacock or something, it's worth watching. But other than that, because I spent like, I guess, $60 in total on like movie tickets and snacks and shit like that. And that was like my birthday gift to myself, dude. They fucking fucked me, bro. Because these Halloween, this trilogy, they always release around my birthday, so it's kind of been my thing to just treat myself, get some extra buttery popcorn and a drink and some candy or something, and just enjoy the movie. And this one was garbage. This one had no enjoyment, and yeah, they must have been high. I don't know. Let's talk about it. Did you like it? Did you hate it? If you hated it, I probably already know why. If you liked it, why, other than giving them props for trying something new. I mean, fuck it. Let's have a discussion. That's what the comments are for. And yeah, leave a like if you agree. If you disagree, you can downvote it, I guess. But your taste in movies is bad, so hold that L.